Hello. Here it's sort of a damp, foggy day. But nonetheless, the light of the Lord shines through as we look forward to the Nativity, to Christmas. This is a reflection and preparation for the third Sunday of Advent, always referred to as Gaudete Sunday, Laetare Sunday coming in Lent. The joyful Sunday, amidst a season in which we think more of preparation rather than the joy which comes after the preparation. You eat the meal after you've prepared for it. In the second reading, Paul's letter to the Ephesians, chapter 1, verses 3 to 6, and then verses 11 to 12. Skip around as usual. As he chose us in him before the foundation of the world, to be holy and without blemish before him. In love he destined us for adoption to himself, through Jesus Christ in accord with the favor of his will. Then another part. In him we were also chosen, destined, in accord with the purpose of the one who accomplishes all things according to the attention of his will. Notice the idea of being chosen, destined in the sense of he has in mind a goal for us. Holy. He wants us to be a holy people, as Jesus is called holy, as God is called holy, according to our capacity to be holy, but sharing nonetheless in that gift that is divine, holiness. It's God's will, it's what he wants, God's choice. That's the center of this third Sunday of Advent. The first thing is that we are to be holy. We have adoption to himself. Our humanness is to also take on some of his divinity, his holiness. We are to be graced by him. His grace is his sharing with us in his holiness, in his divinity. And then that's the sort of introduction to the gospel, wonderful gospel reading. Luke chapter 1, verses 26 to 38. I always think of this as Mary's fiat. It's the Annunciation. The angel Gabriel announces to her. And with her fiat, with her saying yes to God's will, is the incarnation. At that moment, Jesus is conceived within her. Traditionally, we celebrate this on March the 25th, 9 months before December the 25th, Jesus' birth. Jesus is conceived on the Feast of the Annunciation, his incarnation, his conception within Mary, and then the birth 9 months later, Christmas Day. Hail, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Hail, that's a traditional greeting, salutations. Health be with you, may be hale and hearty, and from that, holy. But next, full of grace. Full of grace is Mary already, before the angel Gabriel gets there. Grace is our sharing in God's life. God has poured out his life into us. And he's poured it out into Mary in a very special way. And she's received it so that she's full of God's goodness, his divinity, his sharing his life, full of his holiness. The Lord is with you, without a doubt. The Lord has always been with her. It's after this preparation of holiness that she's had in her years prior to this scene of the Annunciation that the Lord comes to her. She's well prepared to be called to be the mother, physically the mother of Jesus. The divinity come into this world to take on humanity without losing his divinity. Behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son. He will be great and be called the Son of the Most High. A little later, he repeats the same thing. Luke repeats the same thing. The child to be born will be called Holy, the Son of God. Okay. Born into humanity, taking on humanity, yet still fully holy, fully divine. The Holy Spirit will come upon you. She says, I don't have any arrangements so that physically I can be a mother. Well, Angel Gabriel then refers back, I guess, maybe with a little laugh and the sight of him, with God. Everything can be. And so, we'll send the Holy Spirit to accomplish what we want no physical man to do, but only God to do. To conceive the presence of Jesus within you. Presence of God to be made human without losing his divinity. And then to back it all up, the person who is to announce the coming of Jesus, his preparation needs to be worked out too. Elizabeth, your relative, has also conceived a son in her old age, John the Baptist. For nothing will be impossible for God. Elizabeth was well beyond any childbearing age. Nothing is impossible for God. God's choice, God's will, God's destiny. That's what the Lord wants to work out constantly. Mary wants to be an instrument of his will, of his plans for us, of his destiny for us, for her, for the salvation of the world. And so she says, basically, I am your servant. Behold, I am the handmaid of the Lord. May it be done to me according to your word. May your will be accomplished in me and through me. And that's a model for us all. Mary continues all through Jesus' life to be the perfect disciple of Jesus, the first and the best of disciples, learning his ways, following his will. We wait in anticipation for the Lord this Christmas to come into this world and to grow even stronger within each one of us. May God bless you.